When Srila Prabhupada began the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in New York in 1966, he formulated a clear mission statement. Thus, the 7 purposes of ISKCON are as follows. 1. To systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and to educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. He saw that the world was not peaceful and there was no unity. Instead, everywhere was disunity and quarrels. And he has come to the West to establish a society that will bring peace to everybody. And that to achieve that, people need to be educated about their actual identity and the goal of life. So in his books, he's going to systematically spell out how to go about this. Yes, how to live in life, how to control the senses, how to realize oneself and act on the platform of self-realization such that there will be peace within individuals. Then that peace that is within will now reflect in the interaction between people, interpersonal interaction, and that will exponentially spread to the community. So, Srila Prabhupada's purpose is to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge. And he did that. You are not this body, you are a spirit, soul, and all his purpose are very, very focused in letting people know that all sufferings are due to knowledge, not having knowledge about their real identity and acting on the platform of the body and sense gratification. That is the cause of all problems. People are acting in forgetfulness of their real identity. And that is the cause of all problems. So you have to educate people in the techniques of spiritual life, how to live in a way that you are working in this world, you are doing everything, but you don't attract sinful reaction. How to live such a life, you see, so that there will be balance in values. You don't just go too materialistic and forget yourself. And also not go just too spiritual that you forget how to balance. It taught the science of how to integrate the spiritual and the material. How to utilize material things in the service of the Lord. Then for that, to propagate, number 2, to propagate a consciousness of Krishna, God, as it is revealed in the scriptures of India, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, they contain everything we need to know in order to be peaceful in this world. Krishna himself spoke Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavatam is compiled by pure devotees, Srila Vyasadeva. So giving direction on how to live in this world and how to attain the kingdom of God after living in the world. So all this was given by Srila Prabhupada, and they are contained in the major books, foundational books, the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then to bring the members of the society together with each other and nearer to Krishna, the prime entity, thus developing the idea within the members and humanity at large that each soul is part and parcel of the quality of God and Krishna. This was his mission. And he did it exactly. And we say Srila Prabhupada is unique because when people come, they come to talk about Aham Brahmasmi, you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. Okay, after that, what? They didn't know. Srila Prabhupada came and he spoke the same philosophy. We are not these bodies. We are all spirit souls. And the spirit soul is part and parcel of God. Then how do you translate this into his practical living equivalent? They say, yes, the part must have a relationship with the whole. That the duty of the part is to serve the whole. That is the relationship. Just as the duty of a hand is to serve the whole body. The duty of the hand is to serve the whole body. You see? So if you say you are not this body, you are a spirit, so then the next question is, what is your relationship with God? What is your service to God? Because the part must be connected to the whole in service. Then there will be harmony. Okay? A particular gold, if it is situated in the gold mine, there is complete harmony because it's the part and parcel of the gold mine. But if it is dislocated from the gold mine, it can be covered with rubbish to the extent that you cannot even see it. So similarly, the part must have a logical relationship with the whole, and that logical relationship is service. See, it was only Srila Prabhupada who was able to transmute I am not this body, I'm a spirit soul into its service equivalent. That means devotional service, spiritual life in Krishna consciousness means to do service to God. Not that you stop doing service. You stop doing mundane services, but you have to replace those lower engagements with higher engagements. The same services are done, but this time they are directed towards pleasing God, not to pleasing our senses. Can you see it clearly? You should eat. We are not against eating, but you should eat only prasadam, food that will purify your consciousness. You should sing. You should not stop singing, but you should not sing mundane songs. Sing songs that will glorify God. You should hear, but hear something that will purify your consciousness. Okay? You should see, but see devotees. And if you are seeing other things, you should know that things are dislocated. Anything that is not utilized in the service of the Lord is dislocated. So your aim is to bring everything back to a logical relationship with God, how to dovetail, how to engage everything in the service of the world of the Lord. If we do that, if we see everything as a paraphernalia for glorifying God, then this world is already the kingdom of God. God is in the center, everything is meant for glorifying Him. Then this world we are in actually becomes the kingdom of God instantaneously. So Srila Prabhupada came to the West to establish this, to let people know how to live together. And the devotees will live together so harmoniously in a way that it will reflect the devotees from different backgrounds are living together harmoniously. You see, in the service of the Lord. So he wanted to establish a platform like that where this can be practicalized. Then to teach and encourage the Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy name of God as revealed in the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada wanted to teach the congregational chanting. He did it. Srila Prabhupada did teach the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. He saw a way that, who is making noise? Some noise is coming from somewhere. Srila Prabhupada came to the West, he established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and there we are all chanting the holy names together, congregationally, individually, we are doing it. By doing that, our consciousness gets purified, the atmosphere gets purified, and we have a direct connection with God through His name. So Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish a movement that will propagate this, and that is the movement we are in. Then also to erect for the members of the society at large a holy place of transcendental pastimes dedicated to the personality of Krishna. And what are these holy places? The temple is the holy place where all the members come together. They do all the 9 processes of bhakti together. They study the scriptures, they sing, they chant together, they do services, they worship the deity. Shravana, Kirtana, Vishnu, they hear about Krishna, and they do the service to each other also, or to one another. So Krishna, the temple is a platform for people who want to reestablish a logical relationship with Krishna to come together and associate. Then to bring the members closer together for the purpose of teaching a simpler, natural way of life. People are living sophisticated life without proper understanding of their real identity. So the Prabhupada wanted to establish a place where people can live simply and focus, all the time and energy in understanding their relationship with God. And that is the temple. And that is international society, guided by rules and regulations. And also with a view towards achieving the aforementioned purposes to establish and distribute periodicals, magazines, books, and other writings. So that is it. That is the instruction of his guru. And he actually established that very, very seriously. And very, very seriously. The whole movement is dedicated to distributing books, Srila Prabhupada's books. And by doing that, we have been able to establish this International Society for Krishna Consciousness among people who are not even interested. You see? So it is Srila Prabhupada's mess. So to grant in a subject of instruction, it is Srila Prabhupada who give all the guidelines, including the 7 purposes of ISKCON. So he's the founder Acharya. And again, to set up or establish for the first time an institution with provision for its perpetual existence. And what is this institution? This institution is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, is the institution established by Srila Prabhupada with the provision for its perpetual existence, because many times when the founder Acharya leaves, whatever he establishes also collapses. So Srila Prabhupada was very careful that even before he left, he established what is called the Governing Body Commission, ISKCON Governing Body Commission. Not only one person. Srila Prabhupada didn't want to hand over ISKCON to one person. Rather, he selected his stalwarts, his best devotees, and he empowered them to work together in a structure called GBC. So they were the ones who had to lead the whole society. So he established GBC and he made sure that the GBC was functioning. He supervised its functioning before leaving. That is the meaning of this, with provision for its perpetual existence. All to be done, how to do everything was spread out to the GBC. And the GBC, ISKCON Governing Body Commission, is the topmost managerial authority in ISKCON now. Even while Srila Prabhupada was there, they were the topmost managerial authority, and he was supervising them and directing them. And when he left, they continued because it had been established already. So this is it. Srila Prabhupada as the founder, Acharya. Okay. Okay. Now can somebody read this? Founder Acharya. Please, dear students, let us be interactive. This is not a program whereby I will be talking and you will just be quiet. I have to know whether you are following up, whether you are understanding. So we have to be interactive. Please.
All right.
Somebody to read what is on the screen.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
The founder Akaya.
Yes.
The Sambhaya, Jnana, or teaching are handed down in a Sampradaya from the founder Akaya of the Sampradaya. These original teachings and the founder Akaya of the
wait first, before we go forward. It's not Akaya, please. It's Acharya. Acharya.
Prabhu, some of the words are very difficult to.
Yeah, but try. We'll be correcting. I will be going on. Acharya.
Okay. Then I'm starting again.
No, continue, but you have to change your name also. From iPhone.
Oh, the other day I changed it to. Okay, I'll change it. Okay.
Continue.
Okay, I'm coming, please. I'm coming up.
Oh, but you can change it later now, not now.
Okay.
Read first.
He said, these original teachings and the founder Acharya of the Sampradaya should be worshipped with all respect. One should be loyal to his conclusions and instructions, not taking teachings from others. One should take as Siksha Guru only, a person who is following. I can't see the continuation.
Okay. I can't see it clearly also, but let's leave it. Okay, so that is it. We should take his instructions very seriously, and we should be loyal to the conclusions of Srila Prabhupada because he is the founder Acharya. That is how to become a good follower. A good follower is he who takes to the directions and regulations of the founder of any institution. So we are expected to be that. Then now, we want you to list below. There is a box there. Discuss why one should accept Srila Prabhupada as the empowered representative of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not that. This is not that. Wait first. Let's do this exercise first. There is a box in the student handbook, and it's empty box, and we want you to write into it, or you just give your answers. Say, in what ways did Srila Prabhupada function as ISKCON's founder Acharya? What are the ways Srila Prabhupada functioned as ISKCON founder Acharya? What did Srila Prabhupada do that make us feel that he's the founder Acharya? Let us brainstorm. Whatever you have in mind, say it, whether it's correct or not. But what do you think makes Srila Prabhupada the founder Acharya? What did he do? What are the things he did that make you feel that it is right to say he's the founder Acharya? Okay, titles. Krishna.
Babuji, please, I think Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya because he's the only one who was able to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world.
Yes. He was able to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere, all over the world.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
The main reason why Srila Prabhupada is the founder of Acharya is because he's the only one that comes out to preach Krishna consciousness. Not everywhere. He teach everybody all over the world. And he makes sure even when he's no more, the movement is still moving up to date. So that kind of person is the founder Acharya.
Okay, very good. Very good. So what are some programs that he established that we are still going on with? What are some of the programs that Srila Prabhupada established that we are still doing?
Like the Sankirtan, the arena we go, distributing of books. If we went for arena, we used to distribute books, preach things about Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON entirely. So the things are still moving up to now.
Good. Yes, thank you very much. We are still distributing books. This book distribution, Srila Prabhupada himself started it. He will write the books and he will go into the street to distribute the books by himself. And he will do Harinam. He will do Ratayatra, organize Ratayatra. Ratayatra is one of the things he established also. Book distribution, Harinam Sankirtan, Ratayatra. He established them and up to date today. These are the things that make ISKCON. So Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. Because what he established is still going on. Which other thing did Srila Prabhupada establish that is still going on? Food for life.
Class.
Yes. Daily Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam classes. Doing programs like Mangala Arati, Guru Puja, all the programs we are doing, the time we are to do them, all was established by Srila Prabhupada. Then Srila Prabhupada established temples also. He established temples all over the world, and the temples are still going on, following his instructions. Then he established schools. Srila Prabhupada established farm communities also, and they are still going on. He established farm communities, he established schools, and also he established the 4 regulative principles and the chanting of 16 ranks. Before they were chanting 64 ranks. Before they were chanting 64 ranks, but when Srila Prabhupada came, the devotees complained that this 64 ranks is too much for us. We cannot do it. This is Kali Yuga. Okay, then Srila Prabhupada said, I reduce it to 32 for you. You should start chanting 32 ranks. If you are chanting 32, that's okay. Then they went back again, said, Srila Prabhupada, you know, Kali Yuga, we have to do a lot of services. This 32 is also too much. Reduce it for us. Then out of costless mercy, reduce it to 16. And still the 16, you see how difficult it is for us to chant 16 ranks now. So it is Srila Prabhupada who established those 16 ranks for us, the 4 regulative principles he established for us. Then he established deity worship also for us. The standard of deity worship was all established, and how to worship the deity was established by Srila Prabhupada. Yes. And also the GBC that he established. We are still following the GBC as the ultimate authority in ISKCON. Then, again, when we say Srila Prabhupada built a house in which the whole world can live, and that is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He established ISKCON, and we are still living in ISKCON. And also the 7 purposes of ISKCON that we read, it was Srila Prabhupada. He is the one giving the direction on what to do and why we should do them. So up till tomorrow, Srila Prabhupada remain as the founder Acharya. Founder Acharya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. So Srila Prabhupada therefore has a unique relationship with every ISKCON devotee. And as the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness and the preeminent teacher and ultimate authority within our society, Srila Prabhupada has a unique relationship with every ISKCON devotee. Every ISKCON devotee reads Srila Prabhupada books. We all read Srila Prabhupada books to become devotees. And even all our gurus, they read Srila Prabhupada books to become devotees. And they are still gurus and devotees because they are still reading Srila Prabhupada books. What is in Srila Prabhupada books? Instructions on how to live in ISKCON. That's what is in Srila Prabhupada's book. So everyone is still following Srila Prabhupada's instruction. And that is why Srila Prabhupada is the original and, preeminent instructing guru for all the devotees in ISKCON. So he has we all have a unique relationship with Srila Prabhupada. That's why if you are not yet initiated, if you bow down, you chant Srila Prabhupada Pranam. If you are not yet initiated, if you are initiated, you have your guru. So you chant your Guru Pranam. Even that, when you finish chanting your Guru Pranam, you have to chant Srila Prabhupada Pranam in addition. So if you are not initiated, anybody that is a bhakta that is coming to the temple, he has the right to chant Srila Prabhupada's Pranam. So when you bow down, you chant Srila Prabhupada Pranam. Because all the books, all the instructions in the books are given by him. It is him who has brought you to the temple. So you should chant when you bow down in front of the altar. If you don't have a guru, the mantra is to chant is the Prabhupada mantra. Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namasi Saraswati Devi Guravani Prasharadani Sisasunya Vadi Pachatya Desatarini. That is the mantra you should chant. So that is our Baba, our grandfather Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai, Jai, Jai. So that is it. That is Srila Prabhupada. Then we say, okay, Srila Prabhupada, the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada is the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you go into the world and teach everybody the Hare Krishna Mahamantra by your own personal example. And in that way, make everybody a devotee. And in that way, you become a guru. So there is a quotation that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He said he came, he didn't come to kill people. Because previous incarnations, they kill demons. He come not to kill anybody, but to kill the demoniac mentality of people in general. So how does he do that? He does that by giving people Krishna consciousness and teaching people how to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So he said, when I come, some people will travel, they will escape my fields and they will run to far places in the world. Then my Senapati Bhakta, my empowered incarnation, he will go there. He will travel around the world and give them the same holy name that they are running away from. So in this way, you see Indians, that many Indians that have left India, they came to the West. Krishna Prabhupada pursued them to the West and gave them Krishna consciousness. They came to Africa. Srila Prabhupada has pursued them down to Africa. He's giving them Krishna consciousness. They've gone to every part of the country. Australia, Srila Prabhupada appeared there. He gives them Krishna consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada is fulfilling the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says his purpose is to come and give Krishna consciousness to everyone. But those who manage to escape his trap, he will send his empowered incarnation to go and fish them out as fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. So he will make his fishers of men. His fishers of men will go around the whole world and trap those people and give them Krishna consciousness. And who fulfilled that prophecy is Srila Prabhupada, isn't it? It is by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that people in all parts of the world are having access to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. You and me, we are all having access to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is that Senapati Bhakta. So a question is asked, in what ways? No, we should list reasons why we accept Srila Prabhupada as that empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should list reasons why Srila Prabhupada is accepted as that empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakta Gaddafi, I'm coming. Let us give some reasons. Why do we think that Srila Prabhupada is that empowered actor?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Please, because he followed all the instructions of his guru.
Yes, that is great. That is true. He followed all the instructions of his guru. And the instructions of his guru were compounded into two. If you ever have money, print books. And the second one is that you should go to the West and preach in English. And he followed these instructions to the core. Because Srila Prabhupada got that instruction at the age in 1922. Srila Prabhupada got that instruction in 1922. But after 44 years, he traveled to the West to fulfill the instructions. I mean, all along, he has been carrying that instruction in his heart. 44 good years. he was determined to execute that instruction, and finally he did it. So is that empowered incarnation? Okay, what again do we say? Why Srila Prabhupada is the person who was being referred to by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a Senapati Bhakta or empowered representative? More. Bhakta Gaddafi. Bhakta Titus.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, please, I also think he was being empowered in a case where Lord Chaitanya gave him the Maha Mantra all over the world, so that we Africans, even we sinful beings like us, has an opportunity to chant the holy name of Krishna.
Yes. So Srila Prabhupada is the one who fulfilled that prediction, because he has come. All the people that are out of far away from where Lord Chaitanya operated, they are practically escape his grip. But Srila Prabhupada has come to fish us out, and through the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and by his grace, we are all connected to Bhagavad Gita. We know what Bhagavad Gita is. We know Srimad Bhagavatam. We are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and we are doing devotional service. We become vegetarians and prasadamarians, and we become disgusted with all the things going around. We have become callous or indifferent to sense gratification, all by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. He has come on the way. If Srila Prabhupada had not come to the West, if he had not made our gurus his disciples, how would we get the connection? So Srila Prabhupada is the person who fulfilled that prediction, because he has come and he has spread his tentacles to all parts of the globe. And by that extension, he established 108 temples in the world. 108 temples. Before leaving the world, Srila Prabhupada established 108 temples. And he distributed thousands of books, which were flying. The books were just sneaking, into people's houses. A student will go to the university and he will come back with a Science of Self-Realization, coming back Bhagavad Gita, and this Bhagavad Gita will be in the house library, and one day the father of the boy will read it and begin to trace temple, and in this way, in different ways, Srila Prabhupada's books flew into people's houses through his soldiers, foot soldiers, the Sankirtan devotees, and by that, the whole world have come to know about vegetarianism. They have come to know about the science of self-realization. They have come to know about Bhagavad Gita. They have come to know about the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And now they have come to see devotees. They know devotees. So Srila Prabhupada is that particular person that Lord Chaitanya actually predicted. And also he did scientific preaching, because before, all the scientists thought that their way of getting knowledge is the best, and whatever they say is actually final. Nobody dares challenge the scientists. But Srila Prabhupada came to the West, and he made the scientists to know that there are two ways of getting knowledge. One is inductive, one is deductive. In one way, you try to depend on your mind and your intelligence, and you speculate. You try to know things, by feeling that you are superior to the things and you are looking down on them through the periscope of your eyes. You can see things, so you speculate. This one defeats this one theory, this is mental speculation. One person establishes a fact, another person will knock it off and establish his own, another one will knock it off. So this is called the deductive process. By that, you depend on your knowledge. It's like saying, okay, if a child wants to know his father, the best thing is to ask his mother, mother, who is my father? Then the mother will tell you, oh, so person is your father. But this other way the scientists used to follow is that you go into the street, anybody you see, any man you see, you approach him. Good afternoon, gentleman. Are you my father? He say, no, I'm not your father. He approached another person. Afternoon, gentleman. Are you my father? He said, no, I'm not your father. So in this way, he's speculating, asking everyone. If he asks for a whole year, he might not see his father. Or some fake person, some cheater can say, yes, I'm your father. And he'll be cheated outrightly. You see? But the other way of getting knowledge is to get the knowledge through the superior authorities. Because the mother is the authority. And in this case, the scriptures represent the mother. If you want to know God, you will know God through the scripture. You want to know about the heavenly planets, you will know about the heavenly planets through the scripture. If you want to know about the spiritual world, you know about the spiritual world, you learn about the spiritual world through the scriptures. Because the scriptures are the scriptural knowledge is beyond human intelligence. Every human being has 4 defects. We have imperfect senses, we have propensity to cheat, we have the propensity to be illusioned, and we have the propensity to make mistakes. So perfection does not come from imperfection. So depending on our intellectual capabilities, we can never understand God. But when we approach the scriptures, we are like our mother. The scriptures contain the words of God, the manual that God himself gave about his creation, just like you buy a machine. The manual that follows the machine, the definition of everything is there. The functions of everything is defined there. If you study the manual, you will be able to operate the machine. So similarly, the scriptures are the manual that follow this creation. So this way of getting knowledge is knowledge coming from above. Knowledge coming from above. You see? And that is exactly why when you enter the temple, you offer obeisances. Offering obeisances before the deity means, oh Lord, you are inconceivable. My tiny material intelligence cannot conceive of you. Therefore, I surrender unto you. Reveal yourself to me, please. You are too much for me. Just reveal yourself to me. That is the meaning of offering obeisance. You humble yourself. But the scientists are proud. They think they are so intelligent, and by their own mental and intellectual abilities, they are able to know things. Then they make a lot of mistakes. So it is Srila Prabhupada who, when he went to the West, he argued with the scientists and established that receiving knowledge from authority or from authoritative sources like the Vedas is superior to mental speculation. And by that, he made many of them God conscious. That is one of the uniqueness of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was unique because he defeated many scientists and he wrote many books, engaged in all kinds of interviews with scientists, and established that you cannot understand God by your intellectual or mental efforts. Okay. So having said that, let's see what is on the screen. Okay, discuss why once you accept the Prabhupada as the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the modern age. Okay, we pass that. Okay. Can we read what is on the screen? I also thank you very much for your appreciation of my books and letters and for my speaking in the meetings. They are not my words, as I have repeatedly informed you that I'm simply the bearer of the message of Lord Chaitanya through the disciplic succession, and I do not make any addition or subtraction. Similarly, if you all carry these words successively, then the transcendental paramparam system will be exactly maintained. And what is there? We don't see it, so we leave that one. Okay, so this is something on the student handbook. Okay, it is here also. This sloka, is it the one? Okay, this is the second stanza of this sloka. It is 2 stanzas. The first one is Ebe nama sankitana tikshna kadaga laya antara asura jivera pelibekatia. Then this one on the screen. Yadi papi chadi dama dure dese ya. Mora sena pati bakta ya beta taya. Yadi papi chadi dama dure dese ya. Mora sena pati bakta ya beta taya. Meaning, if some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles go to far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness. That Senapati Bhakta is Srila Prabhupada. The full translation of this sloka is that taking the sharp sword of the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, this is the sword of weapon of Lord Chaitanya, I will root out and destroy the demoniac mentality in the hearts of all the conditioned souls. This was Lord Chaitanya's determination. His determination was to root out the demoniac mentality in the heart of all living entities. Then he comes to the second stanza. Say, if some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles go to far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness. That Senapati Bhakta is Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His divine grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. So, Senapati Bhakta means military commander. Now, this is the next one. Discuss what might jeopardize Srila Prabhupada remaining the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generation. In other words, or differently said, what can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains as ISKCON founder, Acharya, and preeminent Siksha guru in the future? Write your thoughts. What might jeopardize Srila Prabhupada remaining the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generation? In other words, what can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON's founder, Acharya, and preeminent Siksha guru in the future? So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us brainstorm. Let us brainstorm. What can be done? What can we do to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON's founder, Acharya, and preeminent sister guru in the future? Write your thoughts in the box. Yes, Bhakta Gaddafi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. By also following the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, and then sharing and distributing of his book so that everybody would be enlightened.
Yes. Very much on track. That is very much on track. We should distribute the proper books. And we should regularly read and study the proper books. If we do that, if we all take Siksha from instruction from Srila Prabhupada will remain as the ISKCON preeminent guru. He will remain as the founder Acharya and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generation. And there are so many advantages for that. Because the present Acharyas or the present gurus, they became gurus by keeping the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, by reading Srila Prabhupada books and by giving Srila Prabhupada to others. In that way, they are able to follow until they become living examples. So if we do the same thing, if we strictly distribute Srila Prabhupada books, we continue to distribute Srila Prabhupada books, that anyone that comes to the temple, we make sure the major books you give Srila Prabhupada books, either Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or Nectar of Instruction or Coming Back or Master's Gift, Srila Prabhupada book, Chant and Be Happy, give them Srila Prabhupada books. Okay? If we do that, it will happen. Srila Prabhupada will remain as the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON in the future. So this is the same question. It's one question that is differently framed. What might jeopardize Srila Prabhupada remaining the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generation? Distribute Srila Prabhupada books. But before you distribute the books, you have to read the books first. When you read the books, you live according to the books. You live by example. Then, of course, you will have the potency to distribute the books. When you say, take this book, people will take the book because you too, you are following. You have read the books and you are following the instructions there. So you carry the potency. You become a channel for positive change in the lives of others. See, what needs to be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generation? Follow strictly to the principles established by Srila Prabhupada and constantly read Srila Prabhupada regularly, Srila Prabhupada books regularly, and study them, then distribute them. Okay, yes. More contributions, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Haribo.
Please, I think we should train the youth of this generation in his mood.
Yeah. We should train the youths of this generation. Our children should be taught the importance of Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON and the importance of remaining loyal to Srila Prabhupada in all circumstances. Yes, and we can do that best when we ourselves live by example. We give preference to studying Srila Prabhupada books. I mean, we study Srila Prabhupada books ourselves. Then, hey, Bhakti Sarah, what are you doing? We study Srila Prabhupada books ourselves and we are living by them. Then, by that, we'll be able to instruct the younger generation, the youth, about the importance of remaining loyal to Srila Prabhupada's instruction. So, this is it. It's very important that we all live exemplarily. Yes. More, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
This is an add-up of what I just said for the beginning. I think we must also have we must study to have a broad knowledge and be ready to answer questions when distributing books. Because I think a layman will ask questions when you give books. So what is this? What is that? So
Yes.
by giving out the books, you must have a broader knowledge so that when you are being asked questions, you can be able to answer as well.
Yes, very important. We should study. We should study the books. We should develop interest in studying the books. And that's why we are conducting systematic sastri studies. Like we are studying Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Sri Upanishad. That constitutes Bhakti Sastri program. We are doing that. Then we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam systematically. That is Bhakti Fiber program. Then towards the end, we start studying Krishna pastime, that is Bhaktivedanta. Then when we add Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, it becomes Bhakti Sarvabhauma. So these systematic programs, study programs are established by Srila Prabhupada himself. And he instructed that all his disciples and grand disciples should undergo these courses. They should pass through these courses. So yes, it is very important that we scrutinizingly study the scriptures. Then we should be able to answer questions. In that way, we can represent Srila Prabhupada very well. Very important. Yes. More points, please. The question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, please, I also think in order for Srila Prabhupada to remain the founder Acharya, the GBC, since they are good in management, I also think they should do well to manage other temples so that we follow strictly the instructions by chanting minimum of 16 rounds, eating prasadam, reading books, and a whole lot. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Actually, the GBC, them, they are not so inclined to, they have so many bigger responsibilities that they appoint some people to manage the temples, and those people are accountable to them. So they supervise them from time to time. That is what they do. But the GBC, they don't directly manage temples. They have bigger responsibilities of publishing books, making bigger strategic arrangements, you know. But this operational arrangement, temple management is an operational, you know, level of management. Understand? The GBCs are involved in strategic management, while temple presidents are involved in operational management. You see? So in this way, they are into management. Understand? But generally, being a GBC, management is a science also. Management is a science. Somebody can be a spiritual master, but it might not be a good manager. Because most of the time, management duty is for Kshatriyas. Whereas these persons have developed themselves to become Brahmanas. So they might be two minds. If they are to manage temple, they might not be able to take drastic decisions as a Kshatriya would take. Understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But what happens is that the Kshatriyas, devotees with Kshatric inclinations, they will manage the temple, but they get guidance. They manage the temple under the guidance of the Brahmanas. So when they find themselves at crossroads or when they find difficult decisions, they consult with the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas give them direction. Okay, do it like this, then they go and implement it. So this is how it is done. So yes, they are involved in management and they can be more involved by supervising more. That is taken also. Yes, thank you very much. Then again, what more can you add to this list? We say you should follow strictly the principles yourself. All those who have known these principles, the senior devotees, they should follow the principles strictly. The principles laid down by Srila Prabhupada, 4 regulatory principles, chanting of 16 rounds. Then they should regularly distribute Srila Prabhupada books. And before they can distribute the books potently, they have to read the books also. They have to read Srila Prabhupada books, then they should distribute Srila Prabhupada books. Then they should be involved in strategic management. Yes, they should be involved in strategic management and supervise, supervise those who are managing under them very well to give them sense of direction. And what more?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. And then again, I also think there must be an easy way of worship by establishing temples in our local communities for easy worship, so that everybody can have access to worship. It shouldn't be something that, like, let's say, I'm just making an example. Let's say in Accra, I
Yeah.
think the only temple is around Media. So anybody who wants to come to the temple must come all the way from far away places to Media. So when we have local temples in our communities, I think everybody who is interested in the teachings of Srila Prabhupada can partake also.
Yes, that's a very good idea also. And that is the thing. We have to bring the thing to the people. We should not make it so exclusive that you have to travel all the way from Kaswa to come to Media to come and participate in temple worship. So we should be involved in expansion programs whereby we empower people to open centers in different localities. Very good idea. And by that, we bring Prabhupada to the people and we can get more people to participate. And when there is big festival, all of them can converge here and we do heavy festival. So yes, pioneering activities are slowing down. One reason being that initially we did a lot of such pioneering programs, going to different places, opening new centers and going. That was needed at that time. Even now it is still needed. But Kali Yuga's influence is somehow people are not ready to take austerities that much as before. In those days, one person can be sent to a place, two people will go and they will perform all the austerities. When only two people are in a center, all the works that is to be done, the two of them will do it. And happily, a lot of work. They have no time. The same people go on Sunday. In this way, we were performing a lot of austerities to establish temples. But these days, people are more relaxed. They want to be part of temples that are already established. And those who are into the pioneering work, they are getting older also. You see, they are losing that, good health and strong determination that they used to have. They are relaxing now, and the young ones are also not coming up to take responsibility. So many factors are involved anyway as to why it is like that. So generally, the managers and temple authorities and the GBCs, they should look into it and make it a priority that every place, in fact, the Solina Kavishara Maharaj has been emphasizing on it a lot, emphasizing on it. We should open new centers. We should preach that any problem we are facing is because we are not preaching enough again. We should go out. We should go to different places. We should have centers in different places. Not that everybody should come to media before you can be part of. And so we are working on it.
Yeah. because in my area like this, let's say a Pentecostal church, you can see about 6, 7 Pentecostals within the same. It's like just about 2, 3 kilometers away. A Pentecost church, 2, 3 kilometers, and then some of the congregations, they are just small, but yet it makes worship very easy, and those who worship there are okay with it.
Yeah. It's a very good point. We'll take note of it and we'll work on it and we'll take the preaching to that next level. You see? To the next level. Actually, we are lacking we are lacking manpower.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Haribo.
I think I'm in support of what he's saying.
Yes, it's
Because
true.
I'm somebody like me. I'm from Oyarifat Tema. If like we have some place at Medina, we can worship. We will not travel all the way to Media here.
Yeah.
You see?
It's
So
a
I've been saying.
good point.
So please, if you people can help us, So we can get a place. Even if you need a land, we see what to do about it.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Hare
very
Krishna.
much. It's a very good point. We consider it, we present it forward so that our big authorities will look into it, then we work together to make it. You know that, do you know that in Ghana here, we don't have temple in Takoradi? Okay, we have a preaching center there, but we don't have temple in Cape Coast. We don't have temple in Koforidua. We don't have temple in Ho. We don't have temple in Tamale even. We don't have temple in Bogatanga. We don't have temple in Navrongo. We don't have temple in many places. We are lacking manpower also. And because it's a thing that involves a lot of regulations. So people are not ready to do additional austerities. But we have to put more effort to empower people to open new centers. It's a very good point, positively taken. Okay, we'll work on it. By His grace, we'll be there. You see, even the regional capitals, we don't have temples. So we have to really wake up, and we need some of you to be ready to come forward also, so that we all take the responsibility on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, show our love. Because if you get something good, you should be eager to give it to others. Yes, if you appreciate that Srila Prabhupada has really saved us, we should be eager to show gratitude by taking it to others also. Srila Prabhupada will be very happy with us. So we work on it, okay? Gaddafi and back in grace, we work on this. A very good point. Yes. More points on this. What needs to be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains the founder Acharya and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generations? Present generation is getting weaker. And there are many, many generations to come, because this movement is supposed to operate for 10,000 years. And we have not operated for 100 years. So we need to strengthen our foundation. Yes, that's why we are giving attention to some of these studies, so that we can groom those who are to take up the mantle very soon. But this is one of the reasons why we are doing this ISKCON Disciple Course also. So because to represent something means you have to know the thing very well, then you can represent it very well. That's why one of the reasons why we are doing these courses. Okay. Then again, we want to add that we should all regularly read Srila Prabhupada books and study them, as we are doing in ISKCON Disciple Course, Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Pravesh. There are many other courses that are coming up. So we want you to show enthusiasm. Then we should celebrate Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja, the appearance of Srila Prabhupada. All the different gurus and their disciples, they should all converge and celebrate Srila Prabhupada's appearance day very well. That's one of the ways to keep Srila Prabhupada in focus and maintain his position as preeminent. Because all the gurus are actually taking Siksha instructions from him. They study his books. So they should continue to study his books, all the current gurus, and they should encourage their disciples to study Srila Prabhupada's books, and they should emphasize more on giving doing Srila Prabhupada's worship. In that way, that can help also. Diksha gurus and Siksha gurus in ISKCON should regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. And we should regularly do Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja, as conducted in the temples. And also we should continue to project Srila Prabhupada in all our projects. Any establishment will do. That's why you see founder Acharyas like AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Even if it is farm communities, it is written there, founder Acharyas like AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Even if it is a banner, any kind of documents, important documents like letter headings and receipts and banners and everything, big documents. The name Founder Acharya, inscription Founder Acharya, AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is there to authenticate it and dedicate it to Srila Prabhupada. So in this way, we establish Srila Prabhupada more. And all devotees should actually follow the rules and regulations laid down by Srila Prabhupada. We should quote Srila Prabhupada constantly in our books. And we should constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 purposes of ISKCON. Okay? Srila Prabhupada established 7 purposes. And we should all know these 7 purposes of ISKCON. We find a way to get it printed so that we can share it. But if you just go to Google and you just Google 7 purposes of ISKCON, if you just go Google 7 purposes of ISKCON, it will come up and you will see it. You'll be able to have access to it. Dr. David, are you there? Dr. David? Dr. David, are you there? Dr. David is there, but he's not there.
Prabhu Hare Krishna.
Okay, you are there.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, why is Dr. Olamide not there? You are not in touch with him. Dr. Olamide of Ota is not there. Why? But in Janet is not there, but in Gift is not there also. See, we need full attendance, so epileptic attendance is not encouraged. So I will talk strongly with them. Okay, so there are 7 purposes of ISKCON. We've read it. Each and every devotee should know these purposes so that they can work in pursuance. Whatever they are doing should be in pursuance of those 7 purposes of ISKCON. Okay. So this far we have gone. And we want to read ISKCON in the future. What can be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON's founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru in the future? Write your thoughts in the box. So this is the brainstorming we have just done now. And we're able to identify many critical points. So take notice of these points. And Srila Prabhupada said, I am simply the bearer of the message of Lord Chaitanya. I also thank you very much for your appreciation of my books and letters and for my speaking in the meetings. They are not my words, as I repeatedly informed you, that I'm simply the bearer of the message from Lord Chaitanya through the disciplic succession. And I do not make any addition or subtraction. Similarly, if you all carry these words successively, then the transcendental parampara system will be exactly maintained and people in general will be benefited. So that is it. Are there some questions and commentaries on this point so far? Are there some questions or commentaries on these points? This is Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya Srila Idc Course Swami Prabhupada. He went to the West in 1966. And while he was just sitting in one of the parks, one inquisitive gentleman, Dr. Ruben, he met him. And he asked him, Swamiji, what are you doing here? Why did you come to America? And why are you sitting quietly here? Then Srila Prabhupada told him, I am not alone. As I'm here, I have thousands of disciples. I have hundreds of temples. We have so many farm projects, so many Harinam Sankirtan parties going around different cities. And we have lots of devotees. Then he says, Swamiji, where are they? We are not seeing anything. Swamiji told him, it is time. Time is separating us from them. They are there, but time is simply separating us. So in that way, Srila Prabhupada let him know that he has a vision, and the vision is very clear. So we ask, say, to found, what does it mean? See, that means to give basis or firm support to. And Srila Prabhupada did that. To grant in the subject of instructions, Srila Prabhupada spelled out how this ISKCON movement should be managed, to the extent that all the programs we follow on daily basis were established by Srila Prabhupada, including our Mangalarati time, our Guru Puja time, our Sandhya Arati time, everything that we are following, including the 7 purposes of ISKCON. That means the mission statements, all were written by Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya, therefore. And he set up or established the first time. This is the movement ISKCON was set up first time by Srila Prabhupada himself. In fact, he did not register ISKCON as a religious organization. Srila Prabhupada registered ISKCON as a cultural organization. And from there, he's been able to penetrate the society very deeply. Then again, we said we should list below some ways Srila Prabhupada functioned as ISKCON's founder Acharya. And when we say, okay, everyone is doing Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja, Srila Prabhupada functioned as the founder Acharya by writing the books. Srila Prabhupada wrote all the foundational books, both the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and all other complementary books were written by Srila Prabhupada. And we are all reading and scrutinizingly studying these books. And Srila Prabhupada actually established the Food for Life program. He established temples, in various parts of the world. In fact, he established 108 temples. And all these are works of founder Acharya. He established school projects, schools, Gurukula schools, and all kinds of schools. Then Srila Prabhupada established farm communities. And he did all kinds of preaching, college preaching, pandal preaching, different kinds of preaching. Interviews, granting interviews, television interviews, radio interviews, and he did room conversations with disciples, and he wrote series of letters to personally respond to the disciples' inquiries. All those put together become the instructions that are guiding the movement. Then Srila Prabhupada established the 4 regulatory principles and the chanting of 16 rounds. This was done by Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya. And actually, Srila Prabhupada established all these Ratayatra program, festivals, different festivals that we do in ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada established them. Then Srila Prabhupada established the deity worship we are doing, both the standard and the attitudes established by Srila Prabhupada. Then Srila Prabhupada established the ISKCON Governing Body Commission, the GBC. And it is that GBC that is functioning up to today as the ultimate authority in ISKCON. Then we do daily Guru Puja And Srila Prabhupada has really built ISKCON, which is a house in which the whole world can live. And we are allowed to live in the house, so we should make sure we maintain the house. And then we should remember that in this mission statement, Srila Prabhupada gave the 7 purposes of ISKCON. These 7 purposes of ISKCON, we should all try to get them. I say you can Google 7 purposes of ISKCON. Then you will get it there, print it out, and abreast yourself with it. Then again, says Srila Prabhupada functioned as the empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made a predictive quote, declaration that Ebe Nama Sankitana Tikshna Kadaga Laila Antara Surajivera Filibe Kaitia Yadipa Bishari Dama Dure de Seyaya Murasana Pati Bhaktaya Ibetataya. That's taking the sharp sword of the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. I will root out and destroy the demoniac mentality in the hearts of all living conditioned souls. If some sinful people escape, giving up religious principles, go far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to keep them Krishna consciousness. I would say Srila Prabhupada is that Senapati Bhakta. How did Srila Prabhupada do this? Says Srila Prabhupada gave Krishna consciousness to the most neglected people in the world. The most neglected people in the world. Because the hippies were they were tired of the world, but they had no alternative how to live. So they were living in parks, some are from very rich homes, but they abandoned their homes, they were living in parks. Some don't wear clothes at all again, and they were just living in the parks and thinking they are meditating. Srila Prabhupada gave them proper meditation. He replaced their speculative meditation with mantra meditation. And they all joined Srila Prabhupada, and he used them to spread this movement all over the world. People that are considered rejected, are fed up with society, Srila Prabhupada utilized them to spread this movement all over the world. And it is by Srila Prabhupada's mercy that this movement has penetrated up to where we are. We went to the West, came to Africa, went to our villages until by his tentacles he was able to trap every one of us. And we are part of this movement now. And he built 108 temples, and he also did scientific preaching. He preached to the intellectuals and was able to establish that Sabda Brahmana, or receiving knowledge from higher authority, is a better way of epistemology, knowing things, down mental speculation. Then you say, if we want Srila Prabhupada movement, Srila Prabhupada to remain as the preeminent guru for future generations, then what we should do is that we should strictly follow the regulative principles ourselves as established by Srila Prabhupada, so that we become living examples. Understand? We should live example and let people know that what Srila Prabhupada said is practical. So this is a challenge. This is a call for personal application. We should live by example. Then we should celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja constantly. That we should distribute Srila Prabhupada books. We should distribute Srila Prabhupada books and continue with the Harinam Sankirtan program. That we should regularly read and study Srila Prabhupada books. And all the Diksha Gurus and Siksha Gurus should emphasize on regularly glorifying Srila Prabhupada, and they themselves should participate in such glorification. That we should regularly do Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada and celebrate his appearance day and write our Vyasa of offering. That we should continue to protest Srila Prabhupada. We should put in all our projects Srila Prabhupada's inscription as Founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. We should always write it. Founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta. All our projects, all our letter headings all our major documents, that inscription should be there. Founder Acharya, AC by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Then devotees to exemplary follow the principle. We say that we should regularly quote Srila Prabhupada, and we should constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 purposes of ISKCON. And in that way, we should all function in harmony with Srila Prabhupada's mission, vision, and mission. So this is the end of today's class. Are there some questions or commentaries on these points, please? If there are some questions and commentaries on these points, please bring them forth. Are there some questions or commentaries on these points?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Please, I wanted to ask that with some of the mantras, it's very difficult for some of we, the beginners, when we come to temple. It's like, apart from the Hare Krishna mantra and something like the pranam mantra, the other things we find it very difficult to recite. So, is there anything like a beginner's guide to like learning Sanskrit or something like that that we can learn before? Because even reading the beginner's guide to Krishna consciousness, there are some of the mantras to recite. It's very difficult. I think we need guidance.
Okay, so I think we have to develop some Sanskrit pronunciation course. We need to develop a Sanskrit pronunciation course, and we will do it so that we get
Because
used
we
to
read it, because we read it and then sometimes we find it difficult. Like we started the class, instead of the Acharya, I was saying Akaya.
Yes. Yes, it's just some little things. Every educated person who can read Twi or who can read English can always read the Sanskrit. You just give it attention and you'll be shocked. It will reveal itself to you when you start making the effort. So we design a course for it, a basic course, basic Sanskrit study course. Okay. Then we'll let devotees know so that they can participate.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, what, Prabhu, what about me? What are you doing on my case?
About, in terms of Sanskrit?
No, but I've told you, I can't read and write.
Oh,
So,
I leave that one. We'll solve it.
so how can I distribute Srila Prabhupada books?
Your own, you concentrate on hearing now. You should hear very well. Whatever you hear, you repeat it. And let me tell you, if you are sincere in wanting to distribute books, each time Krishna will give you, he will talk with you from within your heart. You understand? When somebody asks you a question, he will give you the answer. And when you say it, it will solve the person's problem. The person will understand it. That's how it happens. The Lord in the heart will be speaking to you. Do you understand? He will supply
Yes,
you.
please.
He will supply you the answer from within. Once you are determined to do it, he will just give you the results. Do you understand it? That is how it works. It's very mystical. Because the Lord is actually in the heart. Okay? But we are not hearing him because of some contamination. Okay? Our heart is a little bit polluted, so some purification is needed. But when you have a strong desire to represent him, that itself is a purifier. Your heart becomes purified and you'll be hearing dictations from him deep from within you. So when somebody asks you a particular question, you just make like this, then the answer will come from inside. You nag the person with the answer. And the person will be surprised. Say, huh? How did you know this? He said, it's the Lord who is speaking through me. This is how it happened. Understand? Even all of that is not our endeavor. It's the Lord in the heart who is doing it. He makes us to speak in a particular way that people can understand. He uses us as instruments to carry his message. Understand? So as long as you are chanting and you are following the principles, the Lord will speak through you.
Bad network.
Eh? But in grace. Okay, take it like that, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. You
Hare
know how
Krishna.
to use emoji like this more than person who know how to read and write. You see, even your English is good. You say you don't know how to read and write, but your English is good. Krishna is because you have a strong desire to do the right thing, then Krishna will just, speak through you. We induce you to speak in the right way. So just keep on. No problem, okay? We carry you along. Back in Ivy. Are you there? Back in Boateng, Cindy. Back in Akuti, all of you on your videos. On your videos. On your videos. Back to Samson, are you there? On your video. We are not impersonalists, so okay? We are not impersonalists. Understand? Already we are dealing with distance. We are supposed to be in a physical classroom. Okay, so we are already managing distance. Then you go and hide behind the screen. Then you are making it more difficult for us to be personal. Okay, we are not impersonalists. Okay, we are personalists. You are a person. I am a person. We are all persons. So person to person. That is how this thing is done. Otherwise, we make it difficult. We say it's compulsory that we do it physically. That means everybody has to leave whatever he's doing from everywhere to come and be physically present. So it is an advantage we are giving you that you can be in your room and participate in the class. Then you hide behind the screen. Some of you hide behind the screen. That is the time you are cooking. Sometimes you are eating. And you are eating and doing so many things. That means you are inattentive. You become deliberately inattentive and trying to hide behind the distance. I'm seeing you people, those who are hiding behind the distance. And I will catch you. I will catch you again and again and expose you again and again until you stop doing it. Understand? So please conduct yourself before I conduct you. Conduct yourself, otherwise I will conduct you. Okay, thank you very much. Back in Ivy, so today you managed to join. Aribo? You managed to join today. How did you do it? So you can see that it was your fault. You didn't know how to do it, but now that you know how to do it, let there be no excuse, okay? Let there be no excuse. Okay, thank you very much, and we hope to see you on Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So thank you. Those of you who have not gotten the student handbook, you should print out your handbook, okay? You print it out. Not be media, not to chop your money. You print it out by yourself. If I print it out and sell it to you, you will think that I'm chopping your money.
Hare
So,
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Please, if I want to replay this video,
Eh.
how can I get it?
Okay, it's in YouTube. I will tell Jamasami to upload all the videos on this our platform so that anybody want to listen to it, you can listen to it. That doesn't mean you should be missing classes with the promise that you are going to listen to the video. So
No. I will not miss that because some of the things I don't understand. So then I can go through again.
good. Then you make your questions down. Then you ask the questions when you come to next class. Okay.
That's it. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So Gaddafi, your other question, first question is still in the car park. Because specifically we are coming to that because we said some gurus, their 2 legs are in the spiritual world. Some 1 leg here, 1 leg in the spiritual world. And others, the 2 legs are on this side. So you said, how do we know those whose 2 legs are here? So it's still in the car park. We are coming to that. We are coming close to that. It's a topic of its own. That's why we
Okay.
don't want to address it ahead of time. Okay?
Oh,
Don't forget.
okay. Hare Krishna
Yeah.
Prabhu, I wanted to ask one question. You see, we are supposed to chant 15 rounds of the Hare Krishna mantra a day.
Yes. At
So
least.
I was asking that maybe when you wake up at dawn, and then maybe you chant, maybe you're able to chant 4 rounds, and then during the day you can be able to chant some number of times to it reach 15. Is it okay, or is it compulsory that at dawn you have to chant a number of rounds before maybe during the day you continue with a number of the remaining?
Okay. You know what? If you can manage your time in a way that you finish all the rounds in the morning, that is the best. Because during the daytime, the rounds you will chant, the quality will not be as much as the quality of the rounds you chant in the morning. But in the morning, there is less distraction. The mode of goodness is prevalent. Understand? But in the afternoon, the mode of passion is prevalent. Gira, 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 gira. What to do? I'm doing this. I want to get this. You are running up and down, calls everywhere. Even as you are trying to chant, somebody is calling you. You leave the japa, you go attend to the call, finish, you come back. Distraction is too much. But the early hours, you even leave your phone somewhere when you are chanting. You just say, okay, this time I want to chant these 2 hours. Just leave your phone somewhere or put it on silence. Then later, when you finish the chanting, you go and check who has called you. Then you call the person back. So the morning time is more in the mode of goodness. So that is the best time for chanting all your rounds. If, however, you are unable to manage your time in a way that you wake up early enough to start that chanting, then of course in the afternoon, when you have chance, you can go and go and hide somewhere and try to chant. Okay? And if in the afternoon you still could not finish your japa because of distractions, then of course in the night, before you sleep, you manage to chant. But you see that the quality it will not be as much as the one you chant in the morning. So the best practice is to chant all your rounds in the morning. Then if in the afternoon or evening you are chanting additional rounds. Just additional rounds. Okay? You are finished with the 16, but you are just chanting additional rounds. Then that one is okay. The thing should be sweet in a way that you develop taste to chant anytime you are free. Understand? If you are experiencing the chanting, the efficacy of the chanting. So that is how it should be. Okay? Try your best to finish your rounds in the morning. But if you can't, it's not a crime if you chant in the afternoon or evening. Okay?
And Hare Krishna Prabhu, please. So if in the morning, like let's say you wake up at 4 and then you want to complete your round. So do you think lately by 8 or 9 you should be able to chant all the 15 rounds?
No, with 3 hours. In fact, if you are concentrating very well, you can chant 1 round in 6 minutes. So 6 times 10 is 1 hour, isn't it? 6 times 10 is 1 hour or 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So if in 60 minutes you finish 10 rounds, then in 1 hour 30 minutes, you should be able to chant 15 rounds. So approximately 2 hours. Approximately 2 hours, you should be able to complete 16 rounds. But if you are wait now, if you are a slow chanter, at least 2 hours 30 minutes. If you are too slow, it means you are not also concentrating. So if you are really concentrating, you are chanting, and all what you know is the next mantra. When say Hare, the next mantra is Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If you don't give a mental gap, that means if you are not slow, you allow your mind to think of other things while you are chanting. If you just block it out and you focus, you want to say the next mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, until you even hold your breath. Try to hold it one breath. You chant as much as possible. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. You just connecting it with breath. Then before you realize, 1 round is gone. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Probably you are very right. But sometimes I hold my breath and chant, and then at a point I can see that my throat is dried.
You drink small water. At that point, you drink small water. You drink what you sip water now. You can make it warm water. You can even make it juice, you know. So lemon juice, you know. Then you just allow it, and your chanting become very sweet. Even your voice will be sweet to you. Then you chant. Just intensify your concentration. Don't allow other things to come in between, you know, the mantras through your mind. Block your mind out of other things and just focus internally, and you will see. You will chant faster. Even if your chanting is too slow, it means you are not attentive. And if it is too fast, it's also inattentiveness. So if you can finish one round between 6-7 minutes, or at most 8 minutes, you will see 2.5 hours at most you finish your rounds. Okay?
Wow.
So, but if you can wake up exactly 4 o'clock, and
sometimes I wake up at 3:30. But
if you wake up 3:30, do you bath before you chant?
Yeah, I wake up at 3:30, take my bath. So sometimes before I start my chanting, everything, it's like maybe 3:45.
Okay. Or 4.
But I'm unable to finish 16 rounds up to 5.
Okay, 4 to 5 is just 1 hour now.
Yeah.
So you say 4 to 6:30. You just dedicate that time. 4 to 6:30 or 4 to 6. You see how many rounds you chant. Now, if you have to leave very early, that 6 you start preparing to leave. Otherwise, 4 to 6:30, you should be able to finish your rounds.
Wow.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, what you are saying now has lead me into the darkness. Because for 3 years now, I've never chanted 16 rounds, even in 3 hours. I can't.
Hey, that means your concentration is not strong. You are thinking of many other things while you are chanting.
I use 15 minutes to chant 1 round.
15 minutes? What are you
15
thinking
minutes. First,
What
it was 20 minutes. And now it has come to 15 minutes. Even recently, before I come to 12 minutes.
That is inattentive chanting. We have to discuss about it. Okay?
So what will I do about it?
When I come to the temple, we'll talk about it.
Yes,
okay?
yes, Prabhu. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Yes, you have to focus. When you play proper japa, You try to follow him in the chanting and see. You see that it doesn't allow any space in his mind. All what he concerns about is the mantra itself. So he's going fast, at the same time, not too fast. But he's going with some rhythm like that, as if it's a song. Before you realize, you become steadily situated in it. Okay, the time is past, and we don't want students to complain. They are very good at coming late. They are very good at knowing when to stop. I know them. They are good at coming late. They are good at stopping early. That is students for you. All students, so they are good at coming late, but they are good at stopping early. They know the time to stop so much, but they don't know the time to come. But what can we do? We are in Kali Yuga, so we manage all those things. Okay, thank you very much. See you on Saturday, on Wednesday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How many of you are in attendance? 10. Back to Gaddafi, back to
10,
Ivy, back to Samson, back to William, back to Sarah, back to Nakuti, back to Titus, back to David, back to Grace. Okay. About 3 people are missing. Olamide is missing. Olamide is missing. Back to Janet is missing. Back to Gifty is missing. 3 people are missing here. Okay. We'll see what to do. Even 5 people, because there are two Bhaktas. One Bhakta Sedu and one other Bhakta. They are also missing. Okay, thank you very much. See you on Wednesday. It's come from the Charasila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai.
Jai.